there. Welcome to another Fathers for All. Today we're going to cover 3 steps to help simplify your life. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another Fathers for All. Today we're talking about 3 steps to help you simplify your life. And if you're new to this channel, we talk about things like faith, freedom, and fatherhood. So if you would, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you've gotten value out of it. And if you want to know when new videos come out, hit the bell for notifications. So what are the 3 things that you can do right now to help you simplify your life? Well, the first thing I would recommend is to evaluate your life. Evaluate all the things that are going on in your lives. Our lives can get super busy and crazy and hectic, and we can get into a rut where we are constantly going to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, and it can be frustrating. And it's one of those things where if we're not paying attention or we don't know what's going on, we'll have a tendency to let weeks or a month go by or even more, and just because we're kind of trying to keep up with the pace of life. Sometimes we need to take a break, step back, and evaluate what's going on in my life. What are some things I need to get rid of? What's in my life that's making it extra crazy? Some of the things that we employ in our lives, that we use in our lives on a regular basis, are actually sucking up our free time and causing us to have a more complicated life than we need to. So once you've done the evaluation process and you've kind of figured out, okay, this is what's going on in my life. Is it benefiting me? Is it not? Then the next thing to do would be to do number 2, and that's eliminate things. A perfect example for us is in our lives, we're trying to reduce debt in our family, and we want to reduce how much we're paying out per month to loans and credit cards and all that other stuff. And we were looking at all the different things that we had going on in our lives, and we had a Netflix account, we have Amazon Prime, we had a Hulu account, we had an Amazon Music account. And I'm not saying that there's anything bad with any of those things. What I am saying though is sometimes we can have a little bit too much, and all those things that we have, if you're find yourself constantly going to Netflix every single night and you're binge watching show after show after show, but at the same time you're trying to run a YouTube channel or trying to run your own business or trying to do volunteer work or something that requires some time outside of your work, then that Netflix channel is, even though you're quote unquote relaxing, then what it's actually doing is sucking out time that you could use it on something else. So my wife and I went through this process of eliminating. We canceled Netflix. No. We canceled Amazon Prime. We canceled our Amazon Music Unlimited, and we canceled, I had a brief subscription to Kindle, to Audible. And the only thing we kept was the Hulu, and that was it. And I'm ready to cancel that too. The other part of eliminating is, and part of this evaluation process is, find out what you really need. When it comes to evaluating, my wife travels 40 minutes one way, and I think she's putting on some 300 miles per week to go to work. And she was traveling in a GMC Acadia. That thing was draining us on gas. We were spending $50 a week just to pay for the gas. Then, on top of that, we were spending $390 a week or a month just to pay for the car. And so we decided in our evaluation, and this is part of the elimination process, we said we need to eliminate that car, but we still need a vehicle for her to travel back and forth to work. So we downgraded to a little Buick Verano, which is a a little mid-sized sedan, kind of a smaller sedan, but it's nice, it works. And now our payment's down to $230 a month, and we're only spending $30 a week in gas. So we freed up money there. If you're in a house that is just way too big for you, you're not utilizing all of it. I think the term's house poor or house broke, where you've spent all your money on your house and that's it. There might be a chance that you need to downsize your house and maybe move in with your parents for a little bit. Gary Vee talks about this all the time, about how people are involved with having a house or something else really huge because it's because of status, or they want to impress their friends, when in all actuality, if they got rid of that, they could save a ton of money on their monthly expenses and begin starting their business or growing their brand. Finally, last tip is equip. This is important. Once you've eliminated all those things, you're going to start having some free time. You're going to have some time to spend either on relationships or on yourself, improving yourself. And so some of the things that I put down for equip was, one, get knowledgeable about yourself. You'll discover this in the evaluate portion, but then stay on it. Get knowledgeable about your finances, what's going on. Learn a new skill. There's a ton of people out there that could utilize you, and they were willing to pay you for training so that they can utilize your skill. One, you have to show up. Check out my videos below on that, or up here on that. Two, you need to put in the work. Once you've learned that skill, you kind of have to work towards mastering it. So if there's something you want to learn, like this past weekend, I went out and I did my first day learning how to be a DJ. And I didn't really do a lot of work, but I went in there for training. But I've given him dates, and I'm planning on putting in some time to learn a new skill. It'll help me with public speaking. It'll help me with working with an audience and working with different people. And also, this is a new skill that I can help me earn money on the side and help support growing my business. So this is something that you can do. As you equip yourself with new skills, you then put a new income formula in your backpack, so to speak. And instead of doing an hourly job, you have an hourly job plus you can do this new skill. And then finally, you can read a book, improve yourself by getting information from other people around you to help you grow and become someone better than who you are right now. We're always trying to grow and become someone better than who we are, trying to grow into the person that we become. And so those are some tips on simplifying your life. I would say one bonus would be, if you learn a new skill or you are trying something out, the bonus would be to follow through. Go for it all the way. Get involved in it. Get immersed into it. Don't give up on it. And it'll be amazing, the transformation you see in your life as you begin to apply these processes of simplification and follow through on some of those new skills you learn. I hope this video brought value to you, and if it did, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and hit that bell for notifications when we drop new videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.